Good morning, happy Monday. It is November 15th, and I'd be completely lying to you if I told you I have any idea what I am about to do today. As you know, if you watched last week, I was supposed to be off Friday for a personal day to go hang out with like Mrs. Kids Creators in Duluth with some of my other friends. So did do that. It was an awesome weekend, but I got back late and didn't even think about what I was gonna do. But it ended up working pretty well. We ended up having a snow day on Friday. It was mainly because of ice. It rained all day Thursday, and then it froze overnight, and then it was super windy. So we didn't have school, and we have e-learning days this year, so we don't have to make up the school days, which is super nice. So I have all my sub plans here that were not used, and the e-learning days we kind of prepared ahead of time, and we do a lot of kind of just like a choice board of different things, and it's not on tech because we don't know if kids will have Chromebooks, we don't know if they'll have access to internet. We don't have to be doing live classes or Google Meets or anything because again, at the elementary, we don't know what they have access to. But we just have to be available for messages, questions, and for them to submit their work and whatnot. So I was still able to do that virtually from my phone through Seesaw. So that was nice. So I didn't have to use a personal day. We were still able to go. The weather wasn't bad. Like once we got like 20 miles outside of our town, then the roads were fine. So we got there safe. We had a great weekend, and now I just have to figure out what I'm doing today. With that being said, it mainly was icy here on Friday, but then I guess it snowed Saturday too. So we have a decent amount of snow. So this will be the first day kids are here with snow. They'll have to hopefully have their winter gear with them, their snow pants, boots, hats, gloves. And it's always like recess, like they always just want to be throwing the snow and all that. So we'll have some good discussions this morning about how to play in the snow appropriately without having snowball fights, because otherwise you get ice chunks in there and somebody gets hurt. So anyways. The one nice thing about this being our third year with like Fountain Spinel curriculum is I know exactly what I do every day. I just need to flip through and see what I'm actually teaching, look through the mini lesson, grab the materials I need. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then for math, obviously I will just use what I had planned for my sub, which is kind of nice. So I guess I do kind of have an idea of what I'm gonna do, but yeah, happy Monday. I have 2 coffees, hot one first, iced one next. Let's do this. I'll see you after school. Bye. Hello, it is Tuesday afternoon. Yesterday after school, I had to bring Mark, my coworker, to the auto shop to pick up his truck. So I just went home right after that and didn't get a chance to fill you in what we did. So Tuesday here, I had to stay late. You can see it's already pretty dark out. I had a PLC leader meeting, so it's like 5 o'clock right now. So kind of tell you what we did. I also rearranged my room impulsively after school today. So anyways, here we go. This week we are reading realistic fiction books, so I'll show you those here in a second, all the books we'll be reading this week. Yesterday we read Tomas and the Library Lady, one of my favorites, and then today we read Owl Moon. Really been talking a lot about genre, and this week they're all realistic fiction, so that makes it a little bit easier. They know that, so they know all these will be realistic, but we're talking about what makes them realistic. And then we're also thinking about like point of view and who's telling the story. And then I am having them do more summaries this week, just writing about what happened, really thinking about the beginning, middle, and end. So it's kind of what's been our reading focus is this week. So we'll be reading Dumpling Soup, Sky Sisters, Dancing in the Wings, Owl Moon, and Tomas and the Library Lady, which Mark has. For word work this week, we're talking about contractions. So we did the not, some of them today, like the does not, do not, don't contractions. And then they played a memory game. So in here, they just had to match the contraction with like the 2 words. So, you know, don't, they'd have to flip over do not. So, yeah. For math, I tried something a little bit different today. I have a lot of like lessons recorded from when we were distance learning. So I decided I wanted to try to do like a, you know, like almost like not like a flipped classroom, because a flipped classroom, obviously they'd watch the videos or the lessons at home. But I tried having like a group watch one of those lessons and do it. And then I got to work with kids who I know needed a little bit more help with some other stuff we've been doing. So the ones who did it, they did really well on their exit ticket and their questions. And I forgot to kind of ask them how they liked it, if they liked watching that recorded video and just working on it, because kind of just to push them ahead a little bit, the kids who I know are ready to move on. So that was kind of useful having those old lessons recorded. There was a pain to do those back in the day. But it's nice now having them for things like this, if they liked it. If I just had them using their headphones, they had some practice problems during it, just like a regular lesson, just was one that we had recorded back in distance learning times. So, and then we also started for art this week, started making some of those 3D snowflakes. We got like a good amount done today, but we'll finish them tomorrow and I'll get those hung up. Lastly thing before I take off, I will flip around and show you how I rearrange the room. It's not my favorite, but I just needed a change. I get impulsive sometimes, so. I moved our puzzle table over here. Honestly, the only reason is because last time when we rearranged, my kids were upset that that table didn't get to move spots, so they wanted to have it somewhere else. So this had been in the corner over there, so I just put it here. And I moved that over there. That's the part I really don't like a lot, but whatever. It's fine. They wanted a change of this area last time, so I will help out. Kitty table didn't move. I just have 4 tables here, making this little almost like horseshoe type thing. And then 2 more tables over here. The Nugget stayed. Their Chromebook drawers and book boxes I just moved over to this corner. And I moved just, these are the bungee chairs they can use, and those are the lap desks. So they can just store those there. But again, not my favorite. I like this part. I would have just kept that there and done something different there. But again, that's the rooms for them. So they wanted this moved last time. So we'll try moving it over to this side of the room for who knows how long, until I get sick of it and decide to do another impulsive room rearrange. Here's the overview of when you walk in the room. But that's it. I'm out of here. So see you tomorrow. Bye. Happy Wednesday. The weather here is just lovely. All of you who live down south, I'm jealous. I'm gonna see if it looks as bad from the window on the camera as it really is. I feel like you can't see the snow flying that much, but like if you look out there, it's like snow's blowing. It's tough to see. Like if you're out there, I mean, like the visibility's bad and it's really, really, really windy. So that's awesome. It made for a fun day of recess, but no, it's after school Wednesday. Wish it was Thursday. And yeah, kind of tell you what we did, I guess. Most of us, I mean, about half of us finished our snowflakes. So I got those up, the ones that were done. And then today we read Dancing in the Wings. I really, really, really liked this book. And they thought they just liked kind of like the attitude, like the siblings, a lot of them connected to them, kind of bantering with each other throughout the book. And then at the end, how, you know, they're all proud of each other, even though they fight like siblings. So that's a really good book. Like that one. And then I'm really having them practice writing summaries this week. So after we finish the book, going back, thinking about beginning, middle, end, and putting that into sentences. So they are doing a lot better at that. Especially, I don't know, I like having the reading notebook because today when I was reading theirs, I went back and looked at the first couple, and they're doing a lot better at being able to get detail in. And right away they struggled with like writing in a sentence versus saying like first this happened, like writing like 1, 2, 3 instead of sentences. So that's been pretty cool to see that progress there. So we played a little Quizlet live with some synonyms today. And for math, we've been working on some multiplication. Talked about repeated addition today. Didn't really do anything too exciting with that. They usually catch on to multiplication really well. So we have been doing some subitizing. I'm probably saying that wrong. Kind of flashcards. I'll show you those. I can't remember if I already did, so if I did, I'll just edit this part out, but I don't think I did. All right, so this kind of tied it. I did AVMR training this past summer, but that was for addition and subtraction. But this goes with the multiplication side. I haven't taken that course, so I don't know exactly how to explain this, but basically what you do is you flash through these and you do them pretty quick, and it's supposed to, like, the kids are like, they're mentally visualizing it then, and they're seeing the groups, and then they're seeing how many. So like for that, you just do it pretty quick, give them time to look at it, and then they have to say how many dots there were. So there were 10. There's 2 groups of 5. And you don't even necessarily have to tie the symbol to this right away. It's just good for them to like be visualizing these equal groups, which will then connect to multiplication. So eventually you can let them know that this represents 2 times 5 because you have 2 groups of 5, so 2 times 5. So then again there, they would flash that they'd be like 6, 12, 9. So we've really just been doing that for the practice of like visualizing those groups. And today I kind of started making that connection of like to multiplication. So I was like, okay, there's 9. How many groups are there? 3. How many were in each group? 3. So like, so 3 times 3 is 9. And just making that connection to multiplication instead of just memorizing the hard fact, getting that visual piece in there. So that was, it's been good. And I think it really helps them understand what multiplication is. Unlike for me, I just was taught memorize the facts that 3 times 3 is 9. I didn't know why. So it kind of gives like the why and that visual behind it. So that's kind of what we've been doing to introduce multiplication. Otherwise, The next book that I'm reading to them is How to Beat the Bully Without Really Trying. So we read some from there. We finished up our snowflakes, and that was kind of the day. The snowflakes, they do take a while, but again, I'll leave them up till probably through February because we have snow until like April. So they'll be up here for a while, so it's worth it. They always look really cool. So it's one of my favorite things we do. Tomorrow's one of our off days. We have STEAM instead of music and gym, and then the counselor comes in the morning, which is awesome, but again, it just takes a big chunk of our day, and then we have library, so it's just like bam, bam, bam. So it's gonna be tough to get stuff in, but we'll do our best. So I'll keep you posted tomorrow on what we get done. We should hopefully read another good realistic fiction book. I really want to do some opinion writing just because our end of our trimester's Thanksgiving break, so I want to do one more just to really look and see how they're doing on that, like without maybe the structured pieces that I've done, just kind of having them do one on their own and see what they can come up with without doing the outline first. So that's what I'm hoping to accomplish tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go home, hopefully mount my TV, do some more exciting homeowner stuff. So I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Hello, happy Thursday. Not much to report here today. As I said last night, it was one of those days where we just have a weird schedule, a lot going on, and we didn't really accomplish much. But, I mean, we did stuff, but you know what I mean. I don't know, maybe you don't. Maybe I'm the only one who just has those days where you're like, huh, what did we actually do today? But we've been working with contractions, so we played some Quizlet and did some contractions for a little bit after our counselor left, and read and whatnot. So, anyways, I am tired and cold, but that's all right. Tomorrow we're having a class party in the afternoon, so we're gonna do, I just keep looking at my door because I feel like someone's gonna walk in. We're gonna do pajamas, and then in the afternoon we do our Friday fun grade level wise for kids who finish their work. So that starts at 2:30. So we come in from recess at 1:15. So from about 1:15 to 2:30, we're gonna do our party. One of my students whose mom's a teacher, he had asked if they could bring their cotton candy machine, and I obviously was like, if your mom's okay with it, that's fine with me. But they ended up just making it at home and made a bag for each kid. So they're gonna bring that tomorrow. They're gonna wear pajamas. In the morning, we'll do like build forts and do some flashlight reading. And then I'm gonna bring, like, I have giant Jenga. I have a lot of like giant, like the bigger version of games. So I'm gonna bring those and just kind of play some games and hang out. And I decided to do it tomorrow instead of on before Thanksgiving break, like on Wednesday before Thanksgiving, because I think I'll probably have quite a few kids who are gone that day to travel early. So we're gonna do it tomorrow, end the week with some fun. So we'll see how that goes and how I'm feeling tomorrow after school. Probably will be exhausted, but hey, that's all right. Anyways, catch you then. Happy Friday. I know I already wore this week, but I promise I didn't wear it to school 2 days in a row. We had pajama day today for our class party, and then I had to do a picture for an ad, Instagram ad. So I changed, that way I wasn't wearing pajamas for that. So anyways, just filling in on what we did today. We had our class party this afternoon. We wore pajamas all day. This morning we built forts and we read them. And then there's this math website called SumDog, and they do a math contest for our area a few times a year. So that started today. So we played a lot of that this morning, and that goes until next week. So it was just like the kickoff first day of it. And then this afternoon we did our party. I took a risk and I made one of the games indoor Foursquare. It actually went pretty well. We didn't break anything and nobody got hurt, so that's a win. We had giant Jenga, we had giant checkers, they had giant spoons, the card game, and then also we did a little bit of pie face. And then one of my students brought the cotton candy. So that lasted for about an hour, and then we did our Friday fun, our grade level wise, came back, cleaned up the room, called her a day. So it was a pretty quick day. A lot of SumDog, and then our party this afternoon, but I don't know. It's just kind of, I think we all needed it. I mean, just next week we have school 3 days, so it'll be nice having a short week, but I know a lot of you guys have all next week off, so I'm jealous. But I think we're all just kind of ready for like that longer actual break of a weekend, so it was a much needed day, just kind of a fun. So yeah, good way to end the week. I told a few of my students I'd go to their basketball games tomorrow, so we'll do that, and then back at here on Monday. Oh, and the food drive ended today, and we counted everything up, and my class won. We had 304 food items, so we won a class pizza party sometime in December. So that was fun too. Anyways, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in. See you next time.